Shri Gauranga Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jayo Radhe Jayo Krishna Jayo Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madana Mohan Jai. We're reading from the Jaiva Dharma. This is part 2 on entering the pastimes. Entering the pastimes of the Lord, chapter 39. Vijay Kumar says to Gopal Guru Goswami, O Prabhu, I have understood that one should give up logic of other scriptures, following other paths. I should only serve my Guru, thinking him as a Saki, a maidservant, in the pastimes of Krishna, as revealed by Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu. If I do this, then my mind can be fixed. Goswami says, yes. In this type of process, or sadhana, there are some things that are required. A refinement of the worshipper, and a refinement of the object of worship. That is, a clarity must be there. Refinement referring to a clarity of what is our goal and how to achieve it. That is important. Anyone traversing any path really should have an idea of where he wants to get to and how to do that. So it's non-different here in Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti. There should be a refinement of the identity of ourself in relationship to the object of our worship, Shri Radha and Krishna. In this way, we can understand Rasa Tattva. Regarding the refinement of the worshipper, or further clarification of one's spiritual identity, there are 11 bhavs. Oh, please tell me of them. Goswami says, in nurturing one's spiritual identity, one should understand the nature of one's relationship with Radha and Krishna. And in so doing, one has to understand the very nature of one's age, name, form, group, dress, order, residence, service, ambition, and Palyadasi. I'm going to refer here to the songs of BhaktiVinode Thakura, because in his Gita Mala, he sings, when while seeing the opulence of Vrindavan, will I forget this gross material identification? For the idea is now I have to give up the identification with this particular body and identify myself solely in the service of Radha and Krishna. So when will I see with my own eyes the beauty of the eternally blissful Vrindavan? Even our eyes can be polluted to see Vrindavan as a material place. So that purification has to take place, that we also see the Dham. It's not material. Nothing about the path of Krishna consciousness really is material, but it is a clarification of consciousness. Cheto Darpana Marjanam, Mahaprabhu says, first you got to cleanse your heart. And that's what it means. First, of course, getting rid of the anarthas, the unwanted things that come along with the body and this birth in this material world. But beyond that, the cleansing of the consciousness means a clarity of who I am in relationship with Krishna. So here, BhaktiVinode Thakur in his songbook continues, when will I take birth in the kingdom of King Vrishabhanu? So in his formulation of spiritual identity, he wants to be identified in the service of Radharani. First thing is to take birth in the kingdom of King Vrishabhanu. Vrishabhanu Maharaj is the father of Radharani. So he's thinking, when will I be able to conceive of myself in this way? as one who has taken birth in the kingdom of the king, Vrishabhanu. Then, in order to serve Radharani, who has apparently been married to another in the Leelas, she has moved from the palace of King Vrishabhanu. Of course, she comes back to Barshana all the time. That's her real home. But she's living out in a place called Yavat. This is the residence of her mother-in-law and husband. So when will I get married and also live in Yavat? Make some arrangement. I will get married as a young Gopi girl and live in Yavat, thereby having the association and service of Radharani. Then he contemplates, when will I spontaneously develop the mood of these gopis of Braj? No longer hankering after material things. I want to give up my body identification. I want to give up my attachment to all this material stuff. And I want to serve Radharani as a young married girl in the village of Yavat so I can tend to her needs. When will I attain my spiritual body, my gopi form? When will I attain my spiritual name, the name that is identified with that gopi form? When will I attain my spiritual service along with my spiritual dress? Oh, when will I, by the mercy of Radha, attain the wealth of love for Krishna? Oh, when will I go and fetch water from the Jamuna? I will be given the order, go get water for Radharani's bath. Go to the Jamuna. And I will realize the ecstatic mellows of the divine young couple. Being overwhelmed with prema, I will become almost like a madwoman, singing the glories of Radha. Radhe, Radhe, singing Radharani's glories. When will Vilas Manjari and Ananga Manjari happen to see me? When will they speak sweet words to me with great compassion? Being in a particular lineage, we identify ourselves with our guru's lineage. So he's thinking, when will I then see the gopi forms, the manjari forms of my spiritual master, Vilas Manjari, along with Ananga Manjari, the younger sister of Radharani. Come, come, my friend, know yourself to belong to the group of Lalita. Hearing their sweet words, they invite me in and say, oh, welcome, welcome. You are in the group of Lalita Devi, dear most friend of Srimati Radharani. When will I hear such words? Giving up all worldly topics and social etiquettes, family prestige, I will simply worship Radha and Krishna in this mood. When will this fallen soul hear their sweet words and take complete shelter at their lotus feet? Then both of them will be merciful to me and place me under the care of Shri Lalita, the dearmost friend of Radharani. The beautiful Lalita will mercifully accept me as her servant, her maidservant, Sadhoya Hoya. She will allow me to reside in her grove, knowing my intention to serve Shri Radha and Krishna. She will place me in a particular service. Or when will that beautiful Lalita take this surrendered maidservant and offer her at the lotus feet of Shri Radha? She will say, oh, Radha, here this beautiful maidservant has joined us. She is ready to engage in your service. When will she arrange my meeting with Shri Radha and award me with service to her? He's contemplating all of this in his meditation. This is Raganuga Sadhana, the meditation of entering into the pastimes of the Lord. Oh, when will I approach Shri Rup Manjari to learn the art of serving Shri Radha and Krishna in the mellows of ecstatic love? Being a little bit younger Then Lalita Devi, she puts me under the care of Rupa Manjari, who's also younger. And Rupa Manjari teaches me the art of serving Radha and Krishna. Oh, when will I follow in her footsteps and joyfully reside and serve on the banks of Radha Kund? Then Shri Vishaka, the other friend of Radharani, will teach me music. I will learn music from her that glorifies the nectar pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Then Shri Rati Manjari and Rasa Manjari will also become merciful to me, one after another. They are teaching me the arts of devotion, 64 transcendental arts. When will I attain my ultimate goal of life? That is to always remain happily at the service of the lotus feet of Shri Radha and relish the nectar of her lotus feet. The banks of Radha Kund are covered with spiritual gems. Now, contemplating that divine abode, he thinks, my place of service is at Radha Kund, where Radha and Krishna meet. The banks of Radha Kund are covered with spiritual gems. Nearby, there are hundreds of groves. They are all decorated with many coral-like transcendental trees and creepers, burdened with juicy fruits. There is a beautiful cottage situated with a most enchanting grove, within a most enchanting grove. It is known as Swananda Sukhada Kunj. When will I sit there and sing the holy name of Krishna with the desire to attain Krishna's service? It's interesting to note that BhaktiVinode Thakura has a cottage a physical cottage, I'm saying. You can visit his house there in Radha Kund. And it is named Swananda Sukhada Kunj, because there he would go and meditate in this way, living in Radha Kund, contemplating, as he lived in that house, that little cottage there along the banks of Radha Kund. And that place is available to go and see. Oh, at that time, the sound of the flute will enter the ears of this maidservant. I will hear Krishna's flute. And by the sound of Krishna's flute, I will become intoxicated with ecstasy, forgetting everything else. Krishna's flute will call out the name of our queen, Radha. When Krishna plays the flute, he's actually calling Radha. Radhe, Radhe. He's playing the notes, but it's actually calling out the name of Radha. On hearing that sound, this maidservant will become stunned. Oh, how will she survive? As I remain engaged in meditating on the lotus feet of Shri Radha in this solitary cottage, Shri Rupa Manjari will slowly approach me and speak to me many sweet words. Contemplating this way, I will realize that I'm going to be engaged in service. Shri Rupa Manjari approaches me, and she speaks to me many sweet words. And she will say, "Oh, friend, what are you doing sitting here? Come outside. See the matchless beauty of the divine young couple, Shri Radha and Krishna. Would you like to become their maidservants?" So she's inviting. No need to continue sitting here. Now come. We can almost think of it as the invitation to leave this body and being invited into the spiritual abode. You're sitting here meditating on it in this way, but I'm inviting you now. Your last breath can be there, and you can enter into that divine abode. This most restless, chaste, and exalted gopis of Braj are eternally perfect in the nuances of ecstatic love. This platform is not achieved by yogis through meditation or impersonalists through cultivation of dry knowledge. This is not available to them. It is available to those who are absorbed in the thoughts of Shri Radha and Krishna in this way. Oh, just behold the midday pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna when they go to Radha Kund. Since you desire to serve the lotus feet of Sri Radha, now engage yourself carefully in that service that has been prescribed by her for you. Oh, when will Sri Rupa Manjari confidentially describe to me in sweet words the glories of this Radha Kund? The spiritual planet known as Vaikuntha is situated above the 14 material worlds, and the abode of Mathura is superior to that abode of Vaikuntha. Oh, listen to my words. This land of Vrindavan, where Krishna enjoyed his Ras Lila pastimes, is certainly superior to Mathura. Govardhan Hill, where Krishna performed many pastimes, is even superior to Vrindavan. But Radha Kund, which possesses all opulence, is that topmost abode. Oh, when will I hear the glories of Radha Kund? Then I will immediately develop an intense hankering for residing there. When I will pray, humbly pray at the lotus feet of the Saki, she will mercifully award me service that is appropriate to my nature or constitutional position. The bodily complexion will be given to me, who is now identified as Kamala Manjari. So receiving my name, first thing. Who am I? First, I am known by the name Kamala Manjari. And my bodily complexion is like lightning. So here, those things that were described in the Jaiva Dharma, the 11 things are being described here. Name, form, dress. My dress resembles the stars in the sky. Each of these are given. My name, Kamala Manjari. My complexion like lightning. Dress resembling stars in the sky. My age. Oh, I will always remain 12 and a half years old in the service of Sri Radha, and I will continually reside within the grove known as Swananda Sukhada. The service of this Kamala Manjari is to offer camphor, fragrant items. She will be counted as one of the followers of Lalita, who is one of the group leaders of Sri Radha. The son of Nanda Maharaj, Krishna, who is the beloved Lord of my goddess Sri Radha, is my life and my wealth. My desire, this is my goal, this is my desire, to attain the service of the divine young couple under the guidance of the gopis of Braj, like Sri Rupa Manjari. I firmly believe that I will attain that service in accordance to my desire. That confidence will be there, that I can achieve this by the mercy of Sri Radha, by the mercy of my Guru Maharaj, by the mercy of the holy name, by the mercy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. I can achieve this. Everything has been given to me. And all I have to do is focus and fix my mind on that transcendental goal. When will this maidservant attain such perfection and reside on the banks of Radha Kund? When will she constantly engage in the service of Radha and Krishna and thereby forget her previous life, her previous memories? I will remain a surrendered maidservant by always serving the lotus feet of Sri Radha, daughter of King Vrishabhanu. My only endeavor will be to always give happiness to Sri Radha. I will realize within my heart that by pleasing Sri Radha, Krishna was automatically pleased. Who is in Krishna's heart? Radha. Therefore, we please the heart of Krishna by pleasing Radha. By pleasing Radha, Krishna is automatically pleased. I will never desire to enjoy with Krishna independently by giving up the service of Sri Radha's lotus feet. I will never think I can approach Krishna independently of Sri Radha. I am her maidservant, as she desires, but never independent of her will I approach Krishna like some prostitute or something. I will always be in her service. The gopis are my most well-wishing friends. We should understand this. They are the spiritual masters that instruct me in the science of ecstatic love for Shri Radha and Krishna. Oh, when will I serve Shri Radha's lotus feet, which are just like a desire tree, under the guidance of the gopis? Let everyone give up the subordination to Radhika and live however they want. That is your choice. But as far as I am concerned, I will always, always, always remain partial to Shri Radha and never look at the faces of such people who are opposed to the service of Radha or who think they can approach Krishna directly. I cannot tolerate Radhika's condition when she feels separation from Krishna. I can even give up my own life for the sake of Radha and Krishna meeting together, whatever it takes. I will give my life for that, to see their union and their pleasure. If I think of forsaking Radha's lotus feet, I begin to lose consciousness. I am prepared to die hundreds of times for the pleasure of Radha. For this I have no grief. Whatever I can do to please Shri Radha, that is my goal. When will I attain the service of the lotus feet of Shri Radhika? O residents of Braj, now he's praying to all the residents of Vrindavan, please bless me. By your blessings I can attain this. O residents of Braj, when will you be merciful to me and take me to the forest of Vrindavan? O Vilas Manjari, my gurus, O Ananga Manjari, O Rupa Manjari, please pick me up and keep me at your lotus feet. Please award me the essence of all perfection. This is how the song ends. So, in the Jaiva Dharma here, Gopal Guru Swami says, you have to understand these things so you can contemplate or meditate upon them. And Vijay says, what is relationship? Goswami says, the bhav of relationship is the foundation of our attainment. You have to understand what you want. You want the service of Shri Radha. That is the goal. That is our goal. The bhav manifested towards Krishna at the time of relating with him molds one's final attainment. That is, you have to see clearly your own identification. I am the servant of Shri Radha. If one relates to Krishna, seeing him as master, one becomes a servant. This is the idea of relationship. If you think of Krishna in different ways, you will attain Krishna in a different way. If you think of Krishna as the Lord of Vaikuntha, you'll go to the Vaikuntha planets, serve him with awe and veneration. If you think of him as a master, and you see yourself as a servant, that's your relationship, dasya. If one relates to Krishna as a friend, one will become the friend. If one desires that, sometimes there are those who desire to be cowherd boys. That is seen in the case of the Brihad Bhagavatamrita with Gopakumar. His desire in the Brihad Bhagavatamrita is to remain entrenched in the idea that he's a cowherd boy. If one relates to Krishna seeing him as one's sons, one can take on the mood of elder, like a mother or father. If one relates to Krishna seeing him as a husband, that is a different mood. That is called swakiya. One becomes a wife in Dwarka. In Braj, there is no shant, really. And das is also restricted. Braj is a whole different mood. And according to the worshipper's natural taste, the relationship becomes the foundation of our devotion. He's saying, so, I can see your taste, his guru says. You have a taste for this parakiya ras. In this way, you must identify yourself as a gopi of Braj. You are a follower of Radha. Here his Guru Maharaj is giving him this blessing. Understanding your heart, I am telling you now that your taste is for this Parakiya Ras, not for married love or anything like. You identify yourself naturally as a servant of Radha, thus you follow Radha. Your relationship is to be an attendant in serving Radha. So the first thing is relationship. Who am I? I am the servant of Shri Radha. That is called relationship. Your relationship is to be an attendant in serving Radha. And you must think, Radha is the Lord of my life. Krishna is the Lord of her life. Who am I? I am the servant of Radha. She is the Lord of my life. I live for Radha's pleasure. Who is Krishna? She is the Lord of Radha's life. Krishna holds Radha in his heart, and Radha holds Krishna in her heart. Thus Radha and Krishna both become the lords of my life, because I live for Radha and her natural love is for Krishna. So Goswami continues that this is the nature of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings, and the followers follow this Parakiya Bhav. And it is Rupa Goswami who is the guru of this Ras. He has taught this Parakiya Bhav. So we are the followers of Rupa Goswami, who is identified as Rupa Manjari. Therefore, when we say we're the servants of Rupa Goswami, it means we're following in the mood of service as is delineated by Rupa Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is identified as Radha and Krishna, and the Goswamis of Vrindavan are identified as the maidservants of Radha and Krishna. And so we identify ourselves as the servants of the Lord. Das das anu dasaha. We are the humble servants of the servants of the servants of the Lord. And they have established the mood. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has established the mood of this lineage. It comes down through Rupa Manjari, Rupa Goswami, and the Sad Goswamis of Vrindavan, especially Rupa and Raghunath, who reside there, Radhakund, and we absorb ourselves in their mood, in their teachings, and thus focus our goal on the attainment of the service of Shri Radha. So we will have to enter into part 3 next time we read from this Jaiva Dharma, chapter 39, entering the pastimes of the Lord in the mood of the gopis of Braj. Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari.